Hey folks, it's Declan Kenyon with the Transition Living Real Estate team, and welcome to our weekly transition tip. I'm here with my partner, Cara Riley, and today we want to talk about extra costs besides the down payment in a real estate transaction. There's more to it than just having this pile of money to put as a down payment. There's a couple of other things you want to keep in mind to connect all the dots. So I'll start off with things related to an inspection. And an inspection is obviously when a professional comes into the home and makes sure everything is working correctly, making sure the property is safe to inhabit. And as far as that goes, that can be up to $750. This depends really on the home and the square footage of it. Is there outbuildings and things of that nature? If there's more to inspect, the price will typically be a little bit higher. Another thing relating to an inspection is radon. That's between $125 to $200. Radon is a carcinogenic gas that is invisible to the human eye. It also is odorless, so it's very prevalent across the Front Range and all across Colorado because of our soil. So we want to make sure everyone is safe and not having issues with their health. So get a radon test, and that typically is going to be a 3-day process. So that's going to be a thing you want to plan ahead for. Maybe 3 days before the actual inspection date is set. You want to have that radon machine set up so the inspector can read you the results when you're at the property during the inspection. And anything reading above 0.4 epicuries, that's going to need mitigation. And that's you're able to do that. That's just going to need to happen because everyone wants to be safe there. Another thing relating to that is going to be sewer scope. And that's anywhere between $150 to $300. That's when a professional comes out to the house with a long snake camera, puts it into the sewer line and checks for any cracks, any damages, any sort of backups that can cause issues to the actual house. So depending on when the house was made and the material of the piping for the sewer, that could be something to consider if there's going to be damage to the actual the piping there. Last thing I'm going to talk about here is mold. So during an inspection or a walkthrough, you want to make sure you keep your eyes open. And if there is evidence of mold in the property, you're going to want another professional to come out and do another inspection, really focusing on that mold so that could also be mitigated. And that will be a couple $100 as well. So I'll hand it off to Cara, and she's going to talk a little bit more about additional loan costs.
Well, thanks, Declan. One of the things that really confuses people are, what are my upfront costs? Thinking that maybe you just put your money down and that's it. No, you've explained the inspection fees. And now the next biggest fee upfront is the appraisal fee. And that can be anywhere from $600 to $850. We're having a few little issues with appraisals these days, with whether an appraiser is going to go in the house or just do a drive-by. Some lenders are allowing just using the comps from a neighborhood. So if you need an expedited appraisal because you want a fast closing, we can pay up to $800 extra just to get it quickly. So we'll go over all of this with you as we're defining the dates in the contract that need to be dealt with. But again, that appraisal fee will be paid up front, just like an inspection fee, the radon, and the sewer scope. Those are all costs you pay. Now, if you don't buy the house, this is a sunk cost. You are not getting it back, because this is what you're doing with your due diligence to make sure this is the property that you want to buy. There are also additional loan costs. Now, we've done our transition tip on getting the loan, but you also have costs. And when you work with a lender, the lender is going to disclose all the costs of getting that loan. But I'm just going to summarize. You're going to have possibly a loan origination fee, possibly discount points. You're setting up an escrow account with your taxes and your insurance. You'll have to pay 1 year of insurance up front. These are all paid at closing, not in advance, but these will be disclosed to you by the lender, and you will get them all outlined 3 days before closing, but they will give you an estimate when you actually do your loan application. So those are the things that you need to think about. The loan actually can go the costs of up to 2.5%. So if you have a $300,000 loan, you might have $6,000 in closing costs. And one of the things about today's market, it could be that we have a seller who says, we would like you to buy our home and we'll pay your costs. So that's why when you connect with Declan or Cara in helping you navigate to buy a new home, we can help you through all these options that will make buying the home pleasant and the least expensive for you. So stay tuned for our weekly video tips, your transition tips, and you can sign up below at the link and get them in your email. And when you subscribe, we'll be sending you a PDF with a summary of home buying and selling transition tips.